Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ian Preston here on my first channel, Ian Preston, and welcome back to another Cobra Kai video. Now, guys, I'm still waiting anxiously for some spin-off series, and I just wanted to let you guys know I've been kind of thinking about this a little bit this week, and for a while now that I've been kind of you know how I've been doing Cobra Kai. What if I was in the show Cobra Kai? Well, I've been kind of switching it up here and there. Like I've pretty much switched it up a lot, and I'm switching it season 6 up a little bit. Because not only that, you know what's funny is like this past weekend, like I think it was late Saturday night or Sunday morning or Sunday night, I had a Devon Lee dream for some reason. I don't know. I just had a. I don't can't explain it, but she was in my dream, and I had a dream about Devon Lee, and I gotta say, I did upload. If you guys haven't checked that out, check out my 3-part compilation of Devon Lee's best moments, in my opinion. Go ahead and check that out because I did say that she's starting to become one of my favorite characters, my number one favorite character, because she's just so awesome and she's adorable, and she's pretty. I didn't think Devon Lee would get starting to see her appeal, but anyway, and I think she has really good character development in season 6. So I'm just gonna say, during the beginning of season 6, I'm hanging out with Tori, saying hello to her on the first day, and Devon's like, "You're Ian, right?" And then we get introduced to each other. We hang out throughout the day, and we do have a class together. In the last on the at the end together, and it's just me and her. But anyway, we also play karate together with each other. She puts her hands on me and tries to be funny. We're just friends, though. Me and Devin would get along and really hit it off. I'd even help her and Johnny out with, with a little slumber party that they have in Sleeper. Excuse me. Eventually, me and her would advance to the Sekai Tekei, and in Barcelona, me and her would become better friends. And when she said, "Thank God we're not with the boys," she would say, "No offense, Ian." And we'd manage to work things out. And on the field trip, eventually, I would get scared and hide. Eventually, in some areas, and I would be hearing them making fun of the Miyagi-Do team in the aquarium, and I'd feel and around the corner. I'd feel sad. I'd start crying, but then Devin would comfort me and say that you would regret it if you go home now and don't try the Sekai Taikai. You've earned the spot. And then she would help me, and then eventually after using the bathroom I would come and talk to Tori. Devin would ask, are you okay? After I'm done talking with Tori, I'm like, better, much better. But Devin and I would be really hitting it off, becoming close friends. And eventually throughout the season, we'd be hanging out, being good friends, and I would be proud of her for taking accountability. And yeah, when we were training in Miyagi-Do, we would playfully do martial arts together. But anyway, she put her hands on me, which is funny just for friendship, and it's fun to be silly. Anyway, um, I would be so proud of her for admitting that it was her that put the laxatives in Kenny's drink. And I would pat Devin on the shoulder, saying, "Good job, good girl, Devin. I'm really proud of you." And she would teach me Topanga karate, just like how I've been learning how all the styles of all the other dojos to beat them at their own game, because I'd be a really smart character. And yeah, Sam would walk in while Devin has her hands on me, and as we're yeah, and she would say that we're having a fun time training a little bit, and she'd be saying careful not to knock anything over, but eventually me and Devin would go outside, and it would be like a Curious George thing where Ted and George were like hanging out outside with the the what do you call it, the fireflies. I'd put one in my mouth, I'd spit it out, and then she'd put it in her mouth, and we'd laugh. And as we go back inside the hotel, I would tell Devin what Daniel said to Miyagi. "Devin, you're the best friend I've ever had." She would say, "Oh, thank you, Ian." And she'll say what Miyagi said, "You're okay too." And eventually, as we go back to our rooms, I'm researching some certain things up of martial arts histories of certain martial arts I can use. And then during the tag team thing, I'd use what Dre Parker used, to beat Chung at the end of Karate Kid 2010. I'd do the snake kick thing, and I'd be versing Yoon. I'd use it on Yoon. But anyway, eventually when we learned that Cobra Kai's back in because Tiger Strike got eliminated, um, me and Devon would go on a walk, and I'd eventually break down and cry because I'm overwhelmed at what was going on. She would comfort me. We would end up having lunch together. We would fight together in the final brawl, me and Zar Sakura and Riley. But anyway, and then eventually, I know Drago would join us, and she would say she quits Tiger Strike, only she wouldn't go back to the U.S. with us. And I would make some friends at the Sekai Tekei place. I would make friends with Cassidy something's character and Nikki Stanley's character and some other character with black hair, only it's not Tiger Striker with red and black gi. But anyway, and yeah, I would be a beast. And when we get back to Barcelona after Quan dies, I would get back to the States after Quan dies, I'd actually be kind of relieved to be back because, yeah, and I would tell Devin, I'm actually kind of relieved to be back. And eventually I would be talking to her about the college I'm going to. And then once the ending comes, we would say our emotional goodbye because I'd be going to this college with Estelle and Yasmine and Moon. Then eventually, when I'm driving, I pull over, looking at pictures me and Devin took together, and think of something. And then I come back to Devin's house. I mean, she doesn't know I'm there. She'd be like, "Oh, Ian, you made it. You're here. You're at the campus already." I'll be like, "Well, not quite." And then she'd be like, "You came back." And then I would explain that I would have contacted Estelle and Moon and Yasmin that I'm actually not ready to leave town. So technically, I actually had a bunch of good grades. A lot of colleges tried to accept me and wanted to accept me, including Moon, Yasmin, and Estelle. So I convinced Moon, Yasmin, and Estelle that we to go to the college that we got into and at the Valley. And so they accepted it, and then they managed to negotiate some things, and we ended up going in there and going to that college together. And I'm going to the one in town at the Valley, so I can hang with Devin here and there. But we'd still have a chat online every night though. And yeah, but other than that, we would still manage to connect, just like Ralph and Vanellope did at the end of Wreck It Ralph 2. And during the Sekai Tekei events, I would eventually, like before the Sekai Tekei event starts, we would go visit Braun in his office. I'd be like, "I'm Ian, this is my friend Devin." And we would explain, and I would explain some things to him. He would explain some things to me, and it would help me a bit because Devin suggested it. But anyway, but yeah, and Braun would like me because I would be a good kid. But anyway, I'd be going to the West Valley University with Devin. I mean, not with Devin. Devin wouldn't be in college yet. I think she may have a couple more years of high school left. It'd be me, Moon, Yasmin, and Estelle because we'd be able to make it into a bunch of colleges, and we would decide to choose this one instead of the one we were going to out of town. And because they ended up getting into those colleges too, including the West Valley University one. So yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much my little switch up of my. And it'd be funny. I'd be in the elevator with Sam and Devin, and when Zara comes in, I would say "excuse me" to Devin, and she'd move, and I'd get on her other side while Zara's on the phone or with Instagram, and as she says, "Don't take it personally," and I'll be like, "Well, I hope I didn't screw up your stream. Hope I didn't get in your shot." And then she'd put just her hand on my shoulder, and she's like, "Oh no, you're good, sweetheart," or something, and she would just do that, and she would just leave. But still, I wouldn't interact with Zara really very much, but that's the only time I would interact with Zara. But anyway, she wouldn't do anything to me. But other than that, this is my little switch up of what if I was in Cobra Kai show switch up story switch up. Me and Devin would not interact in season 4 or 5, but now I'm thinking about arranging these things in my head. I was thinking, I can't believe like I would start off with season 1 and I go up to 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and when 6 comes, I can't believe I would find a best friend, and Devin would be my best friend, well, best bud. She would call me bud here and there too, but yeah, but other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Drop a like if you like this. Thank you guys for watching, and drop a like if you're excited for Karate Kid Legends. I'm trying to think what is Mr. Han's connection with Mr. Miyagi, because he said he didn't come looking for Sensei Miyagi, he came looking for Daniel. But it's a new about excuse me, blah, blah, blah. Ralph said in an interview that this is like the beginning of the next chapter of the Karate Kid franchise. And right now, I gotta say, the Karate Kid franchise, we're gonna keep it going. I'm glad we're gonna keep it going because we want spin-off series. Because I know that her director said I mean, not the directors, the creators said they're working on some, like, I don't know about the Miyagi one. We might get an Iron Dragons one, and I heard something about a Cobra Kai the movie, and also I heard something because I've seen timelines. I don't know if they're accurate, but yeah. And I've also heard about Hawk and Dimitri spinoff. But yeah. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, check out Ian Preston reviews. Link will be in the description. And remember, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Oh, before I do that, shout out to Una O'Brien, who played Devon Lee in Cobra Kai. Shout out to you, Una. You were great. Oh, and FYI, everybody, Una did like my comment on Instagram one time. Yeah, she did like my comment on Instagram one time. So, yeah. But anyway, okay, guys, that's all. Thank you, guys. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Hiya!